Once, in a quaint town nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived an old watchmaker named Elias. He was known throughout the region for his exquisite craftsmanship and the precision of his timepieces. However, beyond his skill with watches, Elias had a unique perspective on time that he often shared with those who visited his shop. One day, a young man named Leo entered the shop, his eyes filled with dreams and ambitions. He had heard of the wise old watchmaker and wanted a piece of advice, something that would guide him through life. "Sir," began Leo, "I've heard that you have a special understanding of time. I'm at a crossroads in my life, and I want to make the most of my time. Can you help me understand its true value?" Elias smiled, his wrinkles deepening, and gestured to a chair. "Sit, young man. Let me tell you a story." "Years ago," Elias began, "there was a magical hourglass in this very town. Unlike any other, this hourglass didn't just measure time, it held a person's lifetime. The golden sands inside represented the moments of one's life, and once the last grain fell, that life would come to an end. A wise sage, the keeper of the hourglass, had a tradition. On every person's 16th birthday, they could visit him and ask to see their hourglass. Most were curious about the amount of sand left, hoping to gauge how much time they had left. One day, a spirited young woman named Clara visited the sage. Unlike others, she didn't ask to see her hourglass. Instead, she asked, "How can I make the most of my time?" The sage, impressed by her question, replied, "It's not about the quantity of the sand, but the quality of the moments it represents. Remember, time is like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice, because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Cherish every moment." Clara took his advice to heart. She didn't fret about the future or dwell on the past. She immersed herself in the present, savoring every experience, learning from every challenge, and cherishing every relationship. As years passed, Clara's reputation grew, not because of her wealth or accomplishments, but because of her wisdom, kindness, and the joy she brought to others. People traveled from far and wide to meet the woman who lived every moment to its fullest. One day, an old friend visited Clara. He had seen his hourglass years ago, and had lived in constant fear, counting the grains of sand and trying to hoard them. He had avoided risks, stayed away from love, and missed out on countless adventures. Now, his hourglass was almost empty. "Clara," he said with tears in his eyes, "I've wasted my time worrying about losing it, and now I have so little left." Clara, now older but still radiant, held her friend's hands. "It's never too late to start valuing time. Even a single grain of sand can hold a lifetime of memories, if you let it." Inspired by Clara's words, her friend spent his remaining days with purpose and passion. He reconnected with old friends, mended broken relationships, and even found love. Elias looked at Leo, his eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "Leo, the story of Clara taught me that the true value of time is not in its quantity, but in its quality. It's about the moments we create, the lives we touch, and the memories we leave behind." Leo, deeply moved, nodded. "Thank you, Elias. I understand now. I won't just count my days, I'll make my days count." The old watchmaker smiled. "That's the spirit. Now go out and make the most of your time." And with that, Leo left the shop, his heart lighter and his purpose clearer, for he had learned the invaluable lesson of cherishing time, not just measuring it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the sands of time. If Clara's story touched your heart, remember to cherish every moment and make it count. Please like, share, and subscribe for more inspirational tales. Until next time, remember, it's not the days in your life, but the life in your days. Stay inspired and see you soon.